because a conversation is about to ensue on Shots Fired. And we have been having conversations on Shots Fired in recent times, but we said, you know what? Maybe once in a while we needed to put two people head to head to go, have these conversations themselves, a debate proper right here in the studio with me, are amazing individuals. And I'll start with the balance in the person of Alex Elias Agbasiere. Alex, how are you doing this morning?
I'm all right. Good morning to you, Gift. It's good to be here for another episode and another edition of Shots Fired. And today's conversation promises to be exciting because we have one on one side and the other on the other side. And trust me, it should be a fantastic conversation. Exciting to be here. Let's talk.
Fantastic. All right. I mean, going head to head. First of all, women first, ladies first. Ini Marvelous is in the studio with us. How are you doing today, Ini?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Fantastic. Great to have you in the studio with us. And Basil Dennis, the 7th. How are you doing, big man?
I'm doing good.
That's a short intro.
Straight to the point. It's Shots Fired.
Nah, you know.
Okay. All
so
right.
We need you to talk more.
Okay. Ini is here. Ini is such a beautiful young lady who is big on being on radio. And yes, she's someone who is also intentional about the work.
And you got the voice too. So,
and she has the voice. She has such a beautiful voice.
Thank you.
She would be perfect for a night show. Yeah. Fantastic. Well, Ini's here. And then we have Basil Dennis, always dressed in white like he's an angel, but those that don't know. Hi, Basil Dennis the 7th. How are you doing today? That's your intro.
Gifty, am I an angel or not?
Are you an angel or not? Well, you'd have to decide on the people whose hearts you've broken in the past. It's not me.
For the records, I haven't broken any hearts.
Okay.
For the records, you're not an angel, so let's just keep it straight.
Shots fired. Well,
I think it's better we keep it straight because that way.
Balance. Why you should do the shots
was
now?
A bad idea.
No. But it's the truth. Don't sit
so
here.
Having Alex around is always a bad and good idea.
Act like you're an angel. You're not an angel. You're not an angel.
You have
putting on a white clothes or wearing a white jersey doesn't determine.
Doesn't portray you as one.
I haven't said that. You know, the listeners can.
But I like the fact. No, you own it, so that's good.
As you're not an angel.
You know,
as it's not okay.
Fantastic. Anyways, it feels good to be here. Always good to be here, you know.
All right, Basil Dennis the 7th going head to head with Marvelous Ini right here on Shots Fired. Well, I mean, opinions will clash. Every week we bring sharp minds to ensure that we tackle some of the issues that are prevalent in our times and issues that matter the most. From politics to pop culture to relationships to love and everything in between. Today is not going to be different. I dare say today is even going to be a lot more than it is or it was in the past, as we would be looking at a particular subject matter on Shots Fired today. And it's posed as a question. Do women face more pressure to settle down than men? I'm going to repeat that. Do women face more pressure to settle down than men? And of course, I'm going to give Ini her first 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes to start off and tell me what her thoughts are on this. Good morning, accurate timekeeper, Cody Bates. I'm going to do that for you. But Ini, let's go.
I'm going to start by saying that women have like this whole pressure put on them from the biological aspect. Okay. Because we have this whole thing, like a woman that is in her 20s would have had at least once or twice saying your time is ticking, like your eggs are going to be less fertile. Wow. This one, like even I've had cases where like I just graduated and I've had cases of people coming to meet me and be like, when are you bringing a man? When, it has to be, you have to start now, start young, bring them young, all those kind of things.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's one of the most important parts. Like, and society doesn't it does not really give us the intel on that. Like, they just make it so that, okay, women, their eggs get less fertile after a while and everything, which is not so. Because in 2004, studies have shown that women above the age of 30, going to 35, can actually conceive and have children, healthy children without like any disabilities and anything. So that's one point. I'm going over to you.
Oh, no. Go on with your pointers.
I should keep talking.
Yes, keep talking, darling.
And then we have social stigma. Most women that are single within the age of, let's just say 20, 30, like society sees them as, maybe you're too proud, you're too this, why haven't you found a man? Or is there something wrong with you? Why are you not bringing any man home? And as sad as it sounds, that's what most women go through these days in their houses. You see, most women that are single, they cannot even go out and talk to people because there's that stigma that, okay, if a man is not approaching you at this age, then you are doing something wrong. So, and you see women who have careers, engineers, doctors, like, people don't care about that, and it's so sad to see because, like, you're, as a woman, I feel like your worth should be more than marriage and settling down and having children and everything. So, yeah.
Fantastic. That's it.
Yeah.
That's great. All right. Amy giving her first quarter and her first speech on this. Over to Basil Dennis VII. Do you think women face more pressure than men for marriage to settle down?
As much as it sounds that way, men are beginning to face more pressure.
How so?
So right now, the reason I'll say that is because what I just thought of right now, as she was speaking, when, you know, when women face, most of the pressures that women face, it ends up with the men. It's true. Now, here's why I'll say so. Most ladies right now, even younger ladies that forget that they are still young and have their life ahead, they forget because they get to you and the next thing they're talking about is if you want to get married to them. Some of them don't even just say it. They start acting it. They get desperate. More ladies are getting desperate because, as it seems like women are facing more pressure, so more of the pressure is falling back on the men because more ladies are going to the men to pressure them when they meet them. Even you meet somebody for, less than a month and she's already talking in that direction. And most ladies these days, they quickly ask you, are you married or not and all that. Yeah, they want to know, even if they see, like on my WhatsApp status or my profile, I have my sister's kids there. And most ladies, when they, are you married first? They want to know if you're open for marriage, not even for dating. And if you could take care of them and all that. So in the long run, the pressure is more on men. Plus, more ladies are allowed to take some positions and are seen as more responsible than men who aren't married, more single ladies. Trust me, it's easier for society and people to say, you're never ready. But when the lady is single and people look at, what's she doing? How does she look? Because she's a woman, respect her and all that. But men are easily disrespected because they are not married. We all know that, that's a fact. So for me, I feel like men are beginning to face way more pressure than women. And then because of some position, like even I can say, I might be wrong, I don't know, but it looks like from what I can see, even in, leadership positions, even in the Senate, I think we have one or two single, unmarried, but almost all the men, I don't know if it's a criteria, but in some places, even in church, you must be married. It's easier to allow ladies to get in some position, yeah. So the world is tilting towards pressuring men more into marriage. Because it feels like the pressure is getting to the women, but it's getting back to the men, falling back on the men. So most guys now are getting scared, scared of with even dating because these ladies are being pressured according to them, and then it's falling back on the men. So men are the ones now facing more of the pressure of getting married.
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah, so that's, in my opinion, that's tilted, It's no longer like it used to be. It's on the men. It's kind of, I'll say, hidden in plain sight. Let me put it like that, yeah. I feel like men are more pressured now to get married and, because they want to be more respected and feel like they're more responsible. Because more single men are easily seen as irresponsible when they are single than women. That's a fact.
Okay, I hear you when you said, this is both your submissions on this conversation. I hear you when you talk about the biological pressure. Is there any biological pressure on the man to settle down?
Oh, no, because obviously when a man is even growing up, he can still have child, yeah, no.
And funny enough, studies have also shown to prove that men these days have a declining sperm count. So the older you get, less likely that you're becoming...
more fertile.
No, less fertile.
Less fertile.
For the man.
Okay, for the man.
So, yeah, true.
Thank you for that point.
Okay.
And I'm
It's
sorry.
a reminder.
Go on.
You said something about women put the pressure being on women and then later being put on men. I feel like
It falls back on the men.
yeah, I feel like these days, I will not say Gen Z but these days, because the millennials, our mothers and the rest, those days all they wanted to do was get married, have children and everything. So practically they believe that that's what we should follow. And then the men these days now, I'm not trying to shade men.
No, it's your shot, so
But-
take it.
Shoot it.
It's your shot.
But I feel like more ladies have started coming to the fact that men, you see men being in 5-year relationships, and then before you know, they're breaking up and moving on to somebody else. That is why I feel like more women these days just go straight to the point and be like, oh, are you married or not? Like, let me know what I'm getting into. Instead of just dating for cash. Like, you don't expect somebody that is 26 years old to be in a relationship with you for fun. Like, obviously the person is going to be thinking of long term, what's happening next. So I feel like that's not much pressure, because if you look at the ladies' side now, imagine you going on a date with your boyfriend, you're coming back, like it's been like 4 years, everybody's asking, and when is he doing the big thing?
Right.
So I feel like it's not necessarily from the woman, and even if it doesn't put that much pressure on the man. So
okay, but
Yeah,
so
I
then
feel-
is
I
any
feel
reply
like
to
it
that?
does, because you see these young ladies, if you check well, do a little research, most of them will even tell you these days that they actually do not want to even be in it. Falls back on men, because guess what? A woman is not pressured to marry herself. She goes to stand up topic with it. Most guys out there, if you meet most young ladies now, we can ask the men in the house.
Okay.
They're not talking to you based on, what are we doing these days? That question is, are you ready to be with me like forever? Who can ask the men in the house? Most young ladies that you don't even, and when I say young ladies, she says 26. 26 is even old. Young ladies, I mean, I'm talking 19, 20, 21. I'm serious. 23. We could do an experiment today.
26 is not old, but
No, I'm saying based on what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. I know exactly what I'm saying.
26
No, I'm saying 26 is even old for. I know exactly what I'm saying. Why I said 26 is even old.
Yeah, because of the number
24,
of people
yeah,
who are
exactly,
asking for
23,
marriage.
yeah.
Yeah.
They will tell you straight up. We can have an experiment after the show, and you see what I'm saying.
So do you think that women face a bit of a stigma situation? Do men face stigma?
Yes.
I'm not done. Do
But
men
yeah, they do.
do men face
Like I said-
stigma
like I
to
said
get
earlier.
married?
Like I said earlier.
Listen, I'm not saying pressure right
No,
now.
listen.
I'm talking
Okay.
about
Yeah.
stigma. Do men face stigma to settle down more than women?
Yeah, I heard your question the first
Okay,
time.
then
Like
go
I
on.
said earlier,
Maybe not.
it's bad enough that stigma or no stigma, single women are more respected than single men. Yes or no? That's a fact.
I'm sorry,
Are
please,
easily respected. I'm
disagree?
serious.
Oh, by all
Single
means,
men
shoot the shot.
are
Okay.
quick
because
to be disrespected by the society and people, to be seen as unserious than single women.
okay, supporting your point.
That's
actually,
debatable though, but yeah, go on.
if you go out now, you see like 90% of landlords, if you want to rent an apartment, they'll be like, oh, are you a single lady? Or they'll say, no, not looking for a single lady. Oh. But you see, for a bachelor, it's as easy as just putting your pen down. You can go out now, you can get an apartment right now. Nobody will blink an eye. If, as a single lady, there are some places that you will go to. People will literally look at you like, what are you doing
Now
here?
trust me, I'm gonna shock you
wait,
guys.
wait,
Hold
she's
on.
not done.
You said something about the whole, because women are putting the pressure on men, but it all falls back. I feel like it all falls back to society. Like these things, you cannot just say women are putting pressure, so men now are the pressure
Under
is
pressure.
on them. That just falls back to the whole toxic masculinity. Because if you think about it, like how is your woman putting pressure on you? She just wants to know. If you're not going to get married, you say, okay, fine, I'm not ready for this kind of thing. Let her know, because she already knows what she wants. A lot of men now out there, they know what they want. They know who they're looking for. A man will never settle. So why should women settle? She asking you, saying, no,
You just did what I just said.
Wait
earlier.
now, she asking you now and being like, oh, are you ready? Like what? It's just like, I feel like it's just something that should happen in a relationship. Everybody should know where they stand. And if a little question like that affects you, then maybe you shouldn't be in a relationship.
Okay, trust me.
Right.
The reason that ladies, whether you like it or not, for a fact, shots fired or not, the reason that ladies are, for real, the reason that ladies are, most of these ladies coming out to ask men about marriage or not, it's not because they want to get married. I'm serious.
And
I need us to do an experiment. I know why I'm saying an experiment,
Thank you for also saying
because
that.
they are pressured into saying these things and into having these things. I'm being real.
Okay.
So she had mentioned
Because
something.
out of every 10 lady out there now, the society in which you live in now, Lagos State now, research, go and do it yourself. You have maybe 3 or 2 that genuinely want to get married and be with men. Most of them just want to be taken care of and be alone and run their business or have kids if they like. It's a fact. It's tilting. I'm telling you real quick. And I'm going to go to the apartment and let me shock you guys. For a fact, now, even in my estate where I live, more ladies are granted apartment than men, single men. Fact.
That is your estate.
I'm saying
In the grand scheme of
I've,
things.
I've been
So
in right now.
I want to ask
See,
two
why I said in
questions.
my
But
estate,
still,
I've been in the real estate business for a while. not fully, but even the apartment thing. I know exactly what I'm saying. It's easier for any landlord to take a lady now in Lagos State now that is single and working than a guy.
So two questions. I asked the question about stigma.
Whether we believe it or not, but it's a fact.
You haven't answered my question about stigma yet.
I did.
No. You didn't answer my question about stigma. I asked if women or men face a little bit of stigma when it comes to settling down and getting married.
Yeah, I was trying to answer. She didn't. I don't know if somebody interrupted me. I was on it.
Okay, so you would finish that, but then I'm glad that you mentioned the apartment thing. And no, but still, Dennis the seventh. You don't easily get an apartment as a woman. You're not a woman, so you don't understand.
I didn't say then. I said now.
Now, as I speak to you.
See, I'm adding the word fact because I know what I'm saying.
But so Dennis,
like
now,
apart from
even
Lagos,
around where I live
apart
now,
from
there are more
Lagos.
apartments with single ladies than guys.
all right, join in on the conversation.
Most of the guys are either engaged or married. I'm serious.
Let's know what your thoughts are on this. Do you think that the pressure is on the woman to settle down more than the man? All you need to do is call the number 0705 6900927. 0705 6900927. So tell me, Basil, do you think there's a bit of a stigma situation with the men?
Yes, so as
over
I
the
was
women?
saying, because you have landlords that will tell you, or agents that will tell you that. Omo, you better make it easy for women where they work to pay rent than for guys. Is he living in, what's he doing? I know exactly what I'm telling you. It's a fact. I could give you numbers to call some agent. Now it's changing because right now, no disrespect to the men, there are more ladies as seen now that are more into jobs, have more steady incomes and all that. It's true. So it's tilting. People are moving towards where the money is, where the stability of the money is coming in from these landlords and these agents. I know exactly what I'm saying.
Okay, stigma. My stigma question.
Yeah, I
It's
said
still
it.
on the table.
I even answered the question. I said it. I was talking about respect
Okay.
for single people. More respect is given to ladies by default just because they are women.
You don't think that a man
Than a man that is single that is unmarried.
Do you
I'm
think
serious.
do you think a snide remark will be made at a man for being unmarried at 40? Do you
Yes.
think a snide remark would
Yes.
be made at a man
Yeah.
if he's unmarried at 35?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know why I took
A
it first. but
snide remark.
Yeah.
Even
Exactly
a
how
man,
you
even a
asked
man
that
who
question.
is even a man who is 30. Would
A
get,
snide remark?
Yes,
Yes.
he will get.
Please,
snide
somebody
remarks.
help me here. 0705
I can use myself.
69000927. If you're a man and you are 30 or 35 or you're heading to 40 and you're married, has anybody looked at it like, you never even married, see you?
Now the best way to make an example is yourself. I'll tell you the truth. Me, I can use myself an example on air.
Snide remarks have
And
been
those
made.
listening that are from where I'm from and even my church, they can say it for real. So that thing now is no longer just the women.
So you're saying that somebody has called you. Oh, you.
No, you think I'm crazy?
Because-
Why would I create?
because-
I'm not
because
crazy. I'm telling you for a fact.
So as a woman,
That's
I think
my
that I
fact.
think that I need to leave it to her to say something about it. Please go on. You wanted to say something?
He said more women now, more single women rent. And I'm trying to ask, like, have you lived any other place apart from Lagos and Abuja? Let us remove the two, like, no.
How do you know I've lived in
let's
Abuja?
remove. No, I'm asking you because I know.
Because I have.
Like, let's remove the two, like, cities in. Let's just remove the two states.
My darling, hold that hold that thought.
Okay.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Please kindly turn off your radio so we can have a smooth conversation.
All right. My
Fantastic.
name is Oluwatimileyin. I'm calling from Solidarity, right?
If I heard you right, your name is Oluwatimileyin.
Yes.
Oh,
from
fantastic.
Solidarity.
All right, from Itiresu earlier. Timileyin, as
Alright.
a man that
Yeah.
you are, have you been put
Yes.
under pressure to get married more than the women?
No. Exactly. I'm under pressure.
Okay.
Okay, go on.
Are you laughing?
No,
Are you
go on.
laughing?
No, because the way you just said, I'm under pressure.
Okay. Now,
Everybody
now,
in the
now,
studio is cracking up, but go on.
Now, let me tell you now. The economy is not okay.
Okay.
If you want to get a job now, there are some jobs that they will even offer you. Why? Because if you ask you, are you married? Based on the position you are going for.
Okay.
You agree with me that they will not employ you if you are not married because they want something that will be able to trust you with people they will be able to this guy is responsible. You agree with me? Now in the church, there are some posts you cannot attend if you are not married.
Okay.
They will not anoint you until you get married. You understand?
Yeah.
Now, in the midst of friends, there are some kind of conversation that is coming up, like in the office, you want to talk like, oh boy, go sit down, you never reach. When you reach your turn, we go, no, you never reach your turn, you never marry. Now, one of my friends told me last year, like, how far, Bobo, you seen that last year? How far this year, and how they go?
How heavy, Timila, listen, how heavy is this pressure?
You said?
How heavy? Because I'm hearing you saying, oh, my friends will say, make some remarks about, oh God, you never reach it. But has anybody sat you down and told you the history of your life and asked you why you are not married?
Okay, let me bust your bubble now.
Please do.
You know, they say a sweet wine is wanted to be attract so many drinkers. You know, everybody wants to taste it because you have sweet wine now. Now, if you're a good boy, you have a lot of people that are actually looking out for you. Like in my office, I have a lot of good responsible women that I call mothers. You understand?
Yeah.
My madam that I work with direct, my clinic, nurse, all that. Like, to me, what are you waiting for? What is going on? Is it that you don't know how to pick, or what? What is the issue now?
Timmy, let me ask you a question.
Wait,
go on.
Let me say this. Let me say this. Now, a lot of family members, people that are actually telling you that go and settle down, go and settle down, go and settle down. None of them are even saying that, okay, is it money that is issue? Nobody even ready to finance. You want to go and pay dowry now. You tell you that at least you should be ready like 80%. They are supporting 20%. And the 20%, I'm very sure that it might not be complete. During wedding, that's when you don't get who you want to call. Who can you call for 100,000? Who can you call for 200 million? You understand?
Yeah.
A lot of pressure. And the economy now is, you will never chop. Make a put on Twitter like a Nigerian boy. You will never chop. Now you want to go marry person for house.
Okay.
Okay, go on with your question.
Okay, I wanted to ask, are you within the age range of 35 to 40 or 30 to 35?
Exactly. The first range, 35 to 40.
35 to 40. All right, Timmy, thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for calling in.
You're welcome.
All right.
You're welcome.
Well, you can join in on the conversation. Tell us what your thoughts are on this conversation that we're having, the debate right here. Shots fired, 92.7 Super FM. We have to go on this rather short break, but when we come back, we continue to shoot these shots. We'll be right back.
Super FM.
Don't just let X get the glow up. It's time to review your visibility. Spring into the fashion years, bold campaigns that make your brand blue. Whether you're a startup ready to hatch or a business ready for a reboot, this is your moment. Start on at home with like 10 slots of video jingles and get up to 30% off. Or step up to the promo by 20 slots of video jingles and get up to 30% off. With a partner's live event or elevate to an extraordinary promo by 30 slots of video jingles and get up to 30% off. With a 5 minute live event, 2 business station, and the Barbarian and more. Get up to 40 slots of video jingles at 30% off and a 10 minutes live appearance. Don't let your brand blend in. Stand out with a fresh look. Offer ends May 31st, 2025. Let's make your brand extra visible. Call us today 0802 827 5244 or 0803 964 1637 or 0803 429 7722. Super 92.7 and
'Cause